coming after that defeat at the hands of Bastie Samir. Bukom Banku has been handed his first defeat, and obviously now he can't, give himself that self-acclaimed title of being Africa's Mayweather. And the Black Starlets have crashed out of the FIFA Under-17 competition. Really sad, isn't it? And Manchester United also suffered a very humiliating defeat, as a lot of people want to refer to. And here in Ghana, Bukom Banku thinks the Delta Force should have been jailed and not fined. Get your comments through to us on Facebook and Twitter on Joy News on TV. We're also live on DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 144. Just stay with us here on Joy News Interactive for that particular one, but call it a sporty morning here on JN9, and this is how we start.
Bastie, you go run that day. Me, I'm ready for the fight. What if somebody asks me a question and I talk? Everybody go, come, Bastie Samir. And this cocoa fight they give in the country.
So you will kill Bastie?
Oh, master, 6 or 4, you go stop. You go hospital. You go coma. If you must no go coma this fight, call me a foolish.
So if you lose this ball, anybody can call you foolish? Master,
I tell you that if you are not stop Bastie, Ghanaians will call me foolish. Many.
So this was before the make or break bout, and then Bastie Samir defeated Bukom Banku before a huge crowd at the Bukom Boxing Arena on Saturday night. In a non-title fight scheduled for 12 rounds, Bastie produced, call it the performance of his career to end Bukom's undefeated record by stopping him in the 7th round. Did you see that defeat coming? Well, a lot of you have been sharing with us your thoughts on Facebook. And if you watched JNI on Friday, Mapito Sibidi joined me in the studio to give us our most watched videos on Facebook. And I asked her to predict of the two who she thought would win the bout, and she went for Bukom Banku. I stayed on the safe side, so I am quite safe this morning. But Nana Kwabena Trump says it was obvious simply because his close pal, John Mahama, also lost miserably to his opponent, Nana Akufo-Addo, which means anything associated with the Umbrella family would definitely be defeated. He ends his comment with an amen. But it's interesting because, while people are commenting, the memes are coming, the trolling is massive on social media. I don't want to be in Bukom Banku's shoes this morning or after that bout, because the trolling, I've never seen this before. Trust me, in terms of sports personalities in Ghana being trolled. But Nasir Hassan Yayima says, no wonder. Okay, he thinks the short guys now rule the world. So be careful when you're entering into a competition with a short person. Okay, Nasir, you're short, eh? He says, I'm proud to be short. All right, God knows says, I saw it coming because Banku's technical abilities are limited to the African scene, whilst his counterpart is active in world boxing. Okay, Ayi Onas says, yes, I saw it 101%. If you remember, I called and told Banku on your station to look for a trade to learn, and that's gonna, because that bout was going to end his career. Sarah Arthur Holsu says, of course, I saw it coming. And I even stated it categorically when you guys posted it on Friday. End of Banku. Kaleo Maestro laughs and said, I said we were going to witness a concert fight, not a boxing bout. Banku flesh. Oh, okay. So sorry for the annihilation, all right? It's David Chooks says the guy just talks too much rather than train. He's busy bragging, and that's why he was defeated. Hashtag talk less, do more. Venn diagram says, now that Bukom Banku has finally been put down, I expect the price of Banku to drop. Oh, really? Kwabena Tuntum Kese says, this morning I donated a watch, a phone, and my wallet to a poor guy. You can't know the happiness I felt as I saw him put his knife back in his pocket. Okay, I don't seem to get this, but Amma Florence exclaims and says, jokingly, Banku was defeated. Oh, really? She says, this world. And Vivian Simon says, and to think he wanted to fight Anthony Joshua. I remember that very well. He was in a conversation with Nathaniel Atto and said, I mean, Anthony Joshua is just one of those people he can beat easily. But, well, he couldn't beat Pasteur. Can he beat Anthony? Well, James Apusanga says, yes, I saw it coming because Bukom Banku was over bragging. Jakpasu Yang says, yes, of course, too much pride made him so. Nana Okwajima says, John, you leave me alone. I'll fight Bastie. Really? Can you fight Bastie Samir? Well, Sadat Kokroko says, not at all, but Mamobi Banku is still the best. And Salifu Anazun says, does Samir actually beat Banku like that? No, it can't be. It should be Ayite Powers, not Banku. And Bright T-Bone says, all the Banku sellers in Kumasi have gone on strike. Interesting, but the comments are not only coming through on Facebook, also on Twitter. It's actually one of the trends, and a lot of people have something to say about Banku's attitude. But we know that he's expected at our sister station at Dome FM later this afternoon to meet Songo. And so, well, it'll be an interesting interview to watch if you can make the time. But Ghana trends, Bukom Banku is still on top trends. So like I mentioned, he'll be coming on Adum TV later today, and he will appear on Songo show Fire for Fire. But there he is. People are actually retweeting some interviews he did in the past, and this is one that he did right here at Joy 99.7 FM, saying that boxing is a crazy job. And Kwame Kevin says, okay, retweet Bukom Banku explains why boxing is a crazy job. My insight. The guy has just been laughing this morning. Interesting. Bukom Banku is at top trends. Israel Liar says a man cannot be silent until he meets his meter, and that's according to Bukom Banku himself. And he tags that video from Ghana Web there. Aun Israel Liar tweeting that. But that was an interesting one. A very, very interesting one, if you ask me. Woo! Just look at that. Oh. And this was where he got him, I think. Oh no, oh no. I think there were some hits below the belt, and that's why the referee had to step in there. So after this, that was when the referee called that technical knockout. Really interesting. But here's Ayite Powers also in that video. Very interesting. Hits 103.9 FM tweeting, I already knew Bukom Banku will lose the fight against Bastie Samir. That's according to Ayite Powers. He must be a happy man, don't you think so? This is like when you were in primary school and you get that bully beaten by another person. Very interesting.
Begin me like a bongo about lose. What do you mean? Because me like a tolopi. What do you mean? She did some meter. What do you mean? The meter tomorrow like a meter is meter. Read left and right and back of that.
Ayite Powers is simply saying in Ghana that he knew Banku would lose that bout and that he's actually met his meter. Really interesting. He's happy. He's a very happy man because the one who defeated him has been defeated. By the referee showed Bukom Banku 4 fingers where Bukom said it's 6. That moment, the referee saw that the punches led to a blurred vision. People are mean, aren't they? Very interesting. Just laughing over there at their own tweet. And I caught his reaction to Bukom Banku's knockdown says it all. Bastie Samir is too powerful. And I'm wondering where I quote. Okay, all right, okay. Well, this shows you some people's reactions there. Whew. This was an interesting one. A lot of people were watching live on TV. A lot of people also went to that boxing arena. I hear there was a lot of traffic. It tells you how important this is, not only to the locals, but also to people who supported or didn't support Bukom Banku. It was just about seeing what will come out of that bout. And people, I must say, are quite happy Bukom lost that. And Juliet Bewa says, I thought Bukom Banku said this fight was a coconut seller's fight. Oh. And Labiansa actually thinks, well, they were like, the blows were like coconut hitting his face. So back to that interview I was talking about, one you should look forward to. Bukom Banku and Songo on Fire for Fire. Really nice artwork there. Interesting. All right. I'm just wondering what Bukom will be saying there. Really wondering. Okay, now while people are trolling Bukom Banku, others are talking about the fact that they just couldn't make sense of anything Bastie was saying. Really, I mean, could you understand him? Well, a lot of people have also been talking about what they refer to as gibberish. They just couldn't hear anything. But enough of that make or break bout. Moving on, the Black Starlets exited the FIFA Under-17 World Cup competition in India after losing by a goal to 2. And that was against Mali. What do you think went wrong in that particular one? We've been asking you on our Facebook page. Really disappointing one for me, if you ask me, because I was expecting something good. I mean, seeing that we had played well against India, moved on, beat Niger and all that. Okay, Abba Elekula says nothing went wrong. We were beaten by a stronger side on the same pitch that the coach was making excuses for. Nanaya Mwaku says so many factors: the wet pitch, the biased refereeing, goal denial, tactical deficiency on coach's part. And Geoffrey Vifa says, how can the same team beat us so many times? Where are our technical men? Ask the coach. He should be able to answer. And that's something, this particular sentiment is shared by quite a number of people who think that Mali is a strong side. We've met them a couple of times. We've never been able to beat them. So this should have been a good point to make that difference. And unfortunately, we couldn't. And Noakba, God knows, Billy says the Starlets team were only lucky to have reached that far. Their style of play wasn't the best as compared to the Malian team. They did not play as a team. Scoring a goal was difficult for them. I doubt their coach is trained. He's all right, I'm sure. Noakba, you're just being too harsh there. Dennis Lema says Ghana won against Niger. What do you think went right? Joy News. Fraser-Uddin Balmia says nothing went wrong. It was normal and our players lost the battle, period. Sadat Larry Kokroko says nothing went wrong. They did their best and God did the rest. The Malians were too good. And Mushin Baku says they lost because, oh really, that's not a nice one, Mushin. Baya Jeremiah says their Malian counterparts look older. And Nee Sterling says the Indian girls confused them. Oh, you guys, you joke so much. Nasira Hassan Yaima says their counterparts look older and the pitch too, I guess. And Kwesi Emmanuel says the desire of the team and officials to take selfies is a major cause. And Joseph Encho says that was not football. It's a water ball I saw. The game could have been postponed. And Rita Akesel Med says now they should go and watch. All right. Kwame Anochia Mwabing says age cheating, he thinks, caused the Black Starlets their defeat. Well, away from the Black Starlets, which is very disappointing for me, let's talk about Manchester United. Now, that team suffered its first defeat in the English Premier League at the hands of Huddersfield Town. The Red Devils were beaten by 2-1. Fans of the club are already asking that coach Jose Mourinho be sacked. Really, Manchester United fans, I don't get it. He's been doing well since the season began, hasn't he? It's just one match. And to Huddersfield, but I hear that the last time Manchester actually lost to that team was somewhere in 1952. That's a really long time. But Bayer Jeremiah says, well, this call is too early and unnecessary. Sacking Jose Mourinho from Manchester United is like dissolving the entire team, both players and technical team. No one should even dare voicing that out. God knows, says Manchester United fans don't know what they're talking about. When he was jabbing Conte last week, they were happy. Now what has changed? That is the beauty of the Premier League. Manchester United fans, relax. It's too early. John Waters says, how can you neglect Mourinho just because of this? It's never done anywhere. And Prisoner Udimbomia says, asking for Mourinho's exit in Manchester or exit from Manchester United at this crucial battle time sound so hilarious. And Noah Pogonos Billy says, the Manchester United teams halt your bet. So you don't care if they sack the whole team. Sorry about that. Larry Antonio says, the Premier League titles will go back to London at the end of this season. Khalil Maestro laughs and says they must be joking. Every day for the thief, one day for the master. Sadat Larry Kokoko says, just now you're talking of exit. You've not seen anything yet. Bra Ima, with his profile photo showing Manchester United Football Club, says, we will bounce back in no time. But Mourinho is good. And Stephen Agbeni says, nice one. Gentle says, Janelle Gentle says, sack him. And Fidelis says, sorry. I don't know if it's sorry to the team or sorry to Mourinho. But you're watching Joy News Interactive. We'll take a quick breather. When I come back, I'll be showing you a setting challenge, a very interesting one on social media. Don't go away. Thanks for staying here on Joy News Interactive with me, Benis Abu Baidi. Now, veteran journalist Abdul Malik Kwekubaku Jr. says convicted members of the pro-NPP vigilante group who assaulted a security couple should have been handed a jail term instead of a fine slapped on them. The editor-in-chief of the New Crusading Guy newspaper expressed disappointment in the decision by the trial judge to hand the culprits a fine of 1,800 cedis each. Now, this is what he said to Samson Ladi Ayenene. He says, I would have wished the judge just gave them a custodial sentence. A lot of you have been sharing your thoughts with us on this particular one. Alex Stacey Smith says, the NPP's rule of law is an arm that is short to reach its own faithfuls, but long for its political opponents. Strange enough, I remember how they've always condemned Dr. Nkrumah on the law of detention. Janelle Geston says, the honest man has spoken. Kwekubaku is always on point. The other one would have defended the ruling. I respect you. And Nab Answer says, in every democratic state has been ruled by laws and regulations. Therefore, why can't we allow our laws to act? And Michael Adjono says, Mr. Baku is an honest person. If it was some other person, they would have defended the ruling. And Dut Aliu says, that's very true. Next time, well, he thinks that they'll go a step further in the way they treat judges because their party is in power. And Babara Sadiq says, I agree with you. And that's to Abdul Malik Kwekubaku Jr., the editor-in-chief of the New Crusading Guide, saying that he would have wished that the judge would have given members of the pro-NPP vigilante group custodial sentences instead of fines. Now let's move away. You know the saying, laughter is medicine to the soul. So there's this challenge. It's called Try Not to Laugh Challenge. So we put that particular video on Facebook just to find out from some of you how well you can beat this Try Not to Laugh Challenge. And a few comments. Prince Nudin Bamia says, I don't have a precise level. I only laugh at hilarious things. And Francis Sakada says, well, he laughed at level 3. The meow laughter killed him. And Nihiro also laughed at level 3 when Benzi is actually tagging some people over there. Laughter is medicine for the soul. Just a way to make you laugh this morning. I'll see you later. Take care.